usually on Saturday sleep in a little bit because I sleep like 4 hours a night during the week. And so Saturday, I'm like, all right, I'm going to catch up on Saturday and Sunday. So I sleep in a little bit on Saturday. I got up, I made my coffee. I came downstairs. I was doing a little gaming while I was drinking my coffee, getting ready to start my day. And I hear like this rustling in the laundry room. Cause like I'm in my basement in my man cave. And the laundry room's like right off of the room, like my TV room. And so like I hear like a bunch of rustling, just like wrapping paper, and something's just like, crumbling the wrapping paper. So I'm like, what the hell is that? So I go in the laundry room and I'm looking around. I'm not seeing anything. I'm like looking under, like we have like a big tall shelving unit. I'm like looking under the shelving unit. I'm like looking at the shelves. Like we have a refrigerator in there. I look behind the refrigerator. Our dryer's in there, obviously. I look behind the dryer. Like I'm not seeing anything. I'm like, okay. And it stopped once I went into the room. So I'm like, all right. So I go back. I'm gaming some more. And then it starts up again. And I'm like, what's going on? So like this happens like 2 or 3 times and I'm not seeing anything. And then at some point I end up having to like dry some clothes. And so I start the dryer, and as soon as I start the dryer, it just starts going. It starts going insane. So I look back behind the dryer again, and the dryer vent is just like vibrating. So I'm like, oh shit. So there's something in the dryer vent. So I turn the dryer off, and it's just like, it's going nuts. It's just like,
it's being roasted.
It is just trying to get out of that dryer vent. So I call Keith over and I'm like, hey, there's something in the dryer vent. So we're like, okay, so we're trying to figure out like, what do we do? And as soon as I do that, Keith is like standing on the side of the dryer and I'm like in front pulling, so I can't see, but he's looking back there. And I start pulling, and he's like, "Oh, stop!" and then I just see a squirrel or a chipmunk just, and it ran under the table, under the shelves, in like the darkest, furthest corner of the room. And so now we're both like, shit. So the room doesn't have a door. It's just like an open doorway, but we have like a doggy door because we don't want our dogs to go in there. And so we start finding things to like, we put rugs over it so it can't get through the bars. And we're like fortifying it, like we're putting pillows up and whatever all around it so it can't get out of that room. So it's at least like just in there. And and I'm trying to like figure out like, how do we, like, what do we do, So now Keith is like, he's like, you know what? We should go get the shop vac. I'm like, what are we gonna do with the shop vac? He's like, we're gonna suck it up into the vacuum. I'm like, so you think we're gonna catch a bullet with fur with a tube? Like this thing that is just zooming around us with ease. We're just gonna find the right spot and just suck it in. So at this point, I'm just like, I'm so frustrated at this point because like I had like so many errands I had to run that day, and this was like hours at this point that we've been dealing with this, and it's just it is not resolving itself. And so he finally is just like, all right, I'm gonna go to Home Depot and I'm gonna get a chipmunk trap. And I'm like, okay. So he goes to Home Depot. He comes back. He comes home with the chipmunk trap. I put it together. I put it in the laundry room. At this point, it's like 9:00 at night. So we've been.
Did you get any of your errands done?
I got nothing done. This was the entire day I was trying to catch this chipmunk. I'm like giving you the very, very abridged, short version of this.
Do you think your cats would have caught it?
So So he comes home with the trap. Remember, the room is fortified, so like it's not getting out. The cats could get in though. So I put the trap in there, and I'm just like, all right, now we wait. I'm playing video games, and the cats start getting curious. So they go in there. And next thing, I just hear it starts squeaking. It starts like chirping. But like the cats come running out as soon as it does that. And I'm like, all right, they didn't kill it. So I got up and closed it even better so the cats couldn't get in again. So I stopped playing Death Stranding. And I started playing City Skylines instead because City Skylines has like really chill kind of like music. And so like as soon as I started playing that, it like calmed down. Like it stopped like trying to climb through the vent back up the pipe. And then like, I don't know, 15 minutes after that, I just hear thump. And I'm just like, was that the trap? Was that the trap? And then like, oh, I also took my old phone and I figured out a way to turn it into like a security camera. So I like had it pointed at the trap and I was like watching it on my phone. So like when I heard the noise, I like picked up my phone real quick and I saw the trap closed and I was like, oh, finally. So I went in there, I looked and it was in the trap. Like it was just like trying to like break out and stuff. So at that point I just took it into you're supposed to drive away. Like you're supposed to drive like 2 miles away and like let it go. But I was like, I am not going anywhere at this point. I'm so fucking tired from this whole ordeal. So I just went in the backyard and I just let it out in the backyard. And when I was like standing right by it, it was like cowering in the back of the cage. And I'm just like, go, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to eat you. Just get the fuck out of here. So, but it wasn't like, it was just too afraid. So I like started to back away from the cage. And as soon as I backed away, it was just like, phew.
They're so fast.
Yeah, I know. And Keith wants me to catch it with a vacuum. I'm like, this is not going to work.
Oh, that's so sad that it was cowering. Like, oh. Do you think it was the chill music of City Skyline, or do you think it was it was like, I can't do this anymore?
No, I think it was the chill music of City Sky. I think because I think it heard all the like noise, and I think it thought it was about to die, so it was desperately just trying to get out, and it was trying to get out the way it got in. And so I think by not playing that anymore, it allowed it to like relax a little bit. And then I think at that point it realized I'm hungry and I smell food. So it went to the peanut butter. And then as soon as it went into the trap, it like tripped it and the gate closed behind it.
Did it get any of the peanut butter?
I'm sure it got a little bit, but I'm sure like the gate snapping closed probably like scared it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it got a little bit of the peanut butter.
I hope so. Like a little treat.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be back?
I hope not. I'm like, okay, now I gotta like guard the door. So I'm playing like I'm just playing video games. I'm just like, all right, this is very frustrating. I'm playing I was playing Death Stranding, which like has a lot of like metal sounds in it, like a lot of like big heavy metal doors opening and closing and all kinds of stuff. And that thing was going crazy. But because it squeaked, it got the dog's attention now. So the dogs now are like, what's in there? What's in there? What's in there? You know? So like now I got to like rustle all these animals away. I'm like, get out of here. Go. Get out of here.